Before this video gets started, I'm going to leave the perks in suspense. If you want to have the best loadout for this weapon, I'll be linking my shotgun hero loadout guide in the description below. It's the exact same loadout that I'm using in this video, although that being said, my loadout now is potentially different from the one in that video, but that video describes what the best loadout is, and you can cater it to your needs. Alright, you guys, today we're talking about something that I probably should have discussed right when it came out, but I was kind of stubborn on the Pulsar 9000 for a while because it has terrible range. As you can see, it's like 3 tiles, it's really not that far, and it's not like a normal weapon that drops off at range. If anything, I think it keeps its damage, it just hard stops, and after that point, it just does no more damage. And for that reason alone, I kind of just stayed away from this weapon and didn't really use it much. But recently, the Black Drum came out, which is a weapon that I looked at with a whole new light, because it was, if you will, distracting me with its new ability where it lowers your health but does more damage based off of it. I kind of found myself running right up to enemies, doing tons of damage and loving it the whole way. And then people on stream brought me to the idea that, you know, the Pulsar 9000 basically does the same thing but without hurting you. This weapon has a base damage of like 80,000, and in a good group with, you know, friends and the coconut boost, that's doing like a consistent 130k just on a normal shot, never mind whether or not you crit. And it's a very powerful weapon. You can clear encampments very easily. It's a weird, like, so the way that it shoots, as you can probably see, it shoots in a ring that does a lot of damage to a lot of enemies right in front of you. So even though it's very, very close range, they're not going to be able to do much damage to you without you just sort of blowing them away. And it's one of those weapons where, you know, that group damage is very, very powerful. You'll see against a Smasher or a Mist Monster one-on-one, it kind of just, you really want the crits. So it's not that amazing in those, in every single scenario, but it's a fantastic weapon to use, and it's very, very fun to use. And for the perks on this thing, you'll probably be pleasantly surprised, because if you're looking at this and you got this weapon from when it initially released, as I imagine most did, if you didn't change the perks, you're probably looking at the same thing. It more or less came perfect with only one more caveat, and that's that some people like to swap out this damage with an extra crit rating. With that, you can get, I think, close to or over 50% crit chance. I wouldn't personally recommend that. It's not, you know, double crit rating is kind of a diminishing returns kind of thing. It's not that big of a deal, but it is an option. Impact is almost useless. This thing isn't really knocking much back. Stability is useless because it's a shotgun. Durability could be nice if you really want this thing to last a long time. I've noticed that the durability isn't perfect, but this is kind of, you know, most shotguns are powerhouses where if you're even crafting these, you can probably afford them. However, reload speed is absolutely recommended because, you know, even though durability is fun to talk about, this thing reloads very, very, very fast, and it's going to be necessary to find yourself, you know, in the action. Oh God, creator code. Why are we looking at this? Oh, you know, I guess it's because there's not much to say about this. Sorry, I'm going to close out of this. I don't know what that bug was. If you want to use that code, feel free. But with the Pulsar 9000, there's not much else to say. It's a very fantastic weapon, close range, great perks on it. I'd highly recommend using it. Somebody told me about it on stream. I used a weapon that somebody had given me, a version of this weapon, and the very next game I made it all gold, and I've had no regrets since. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.